OMIS 259, Introduction to MyITLab. MyITLab is like your book for this course. It is a very sophisticated piece of software which will train you how to use Microsoft Excel and Microsoft Access. It is a fantastic piece of software which you are required to purchase to be in this class. You cannot succeed in the class or pass the class without MyITLab. It's about $70. The price moves. This includes 2 textbooks, which are ebooks, but you get 2 textbooks plus interactive software. It is a good deal. How do you buy it? Start by buying it. Go to the OMIS 259 page. The MyITLab course ID will be on the front of the page. You go to the Get Stuff You Need for the Course link. You click Purchase and Register for MyITLab. Here's where the course ID goes. When you do that, you will buy a username and a password. Once you have bought your username and your password, you then want to click on the Use MyITLab link on our webpage. If you are a financial aid student, you will need to go to the bookstore to get your code. To use MyITLab, you must allow pop-ups on your browser. So we're going to click on Use MyITLab here. I have purchased a username and a password. MyITLab uses many pop-ups. Make sure to find your class that works for your semester. And usually up here in the upper right, if pop-ups are being blocked, there will be some sort of a red icon or something that says pop-ups are blocked for this page. You must allow pop-ups at least for this website. You must allow them through your browser. To show you this, on Firefox here, I tried to log into MyITLab. It gave me a message that it was out of date. I prefer Google Chrome in general, but either way, you must allow pop-ups. They will give you help in how to do that. They being Pearson, the people that make and sell MyITLab. In this case, I'm in Chrome. I've gotten in successfully. If you cannot make it work, go to the Get Stuff link and do the browser tune-up. If you still can't make it work, you may use a friend's computer to run MyITLab. Just make sure to use your own login and do not use your friend's work. If you use your friend's work, we will get an integrity violation notice in your account. You will lose points. You could fail the class. Do not do that. But you can use a friend's computer. You can also use the computer labs anywhere at NIU and Barcema Hall. We make sure that MyITLab works. So within MyITLab, you get to do real business cases. Think about what you're doing. Don't just do the motions. Will you be able to do this later? Do you understand what you're doing? And again, do your own work. There is a big temptation to say to a friend, hey, can I have the Excel assignment that we need to do this week? Your DNA is stamped on your assignments when you download them from MyITLab. If you even copy and paste from a friend's assignment, we will be notified that you have committed an academic integrity violation. This is not a good thing to do, certainly for someone who is in a great college of business, who's excited about succeeding. That would be a terrible thing to do to your academic and business career. You need to have this done immediately. We're doing MyITLab right away. As seen on the online schedule, and of course, again, where did we find our course website? At chuckdowning.com. As seen on the online schedule, this is organized by MyITLab chapters. Start by reading the ebook. Let me show you live what I mean. You see this announcement? The most used link in MyITLab is course materials. Let's say hypothetically that we're on Excel Chapter 2 this week. I click on that. You have to be patient. Sometimes it takes a second to load. Then I find the topic I'm working on. In this case, Excel. Find the chapter. If the online schedule on our course website says Chapter 2, then that would be what I would be doing this week. Within student resources is the e-book. So here's Chapter 2. We're using the comprehensive book. This would work, but go with comprehensive. You click on that. You get this. Click again. And this is a over $100 textbook. The only difference is that you have to read it on your screen and you save a lot of money. So you can see this is page 152 because we skipped ahead to Chapter 2. We read here and we can read through the book page at a time. There's Chapter 2. So it's teaching you about real business cases, and you can see it opened its own tab, and we can just close that. So I go back, your menu's up here, I just go back to regular Chapter 2, and this time I go into activities. As it says over here on our PowerPoint file, there will be 4 assignments after you've read the ebook chapter, 4 assignments for each chapter. You should do them in this order: simulation training, or ST, simulation exam, or SE, grader project homework, grader project assessment. Over here you see how they are weighted in the chapter grade. These 10%, you have unlimited tries. You can do these 1,000 times. This is like training you. You should expect to get 100 here. Same thing down here. Unlimited tries. The GPHWs, each one of them has an online tutorial, an online video done by me, linked through the class schedule that shows you exactly how to do it. So again, this is your learning opportunity. The SE and the GPA, those are like your tests, and they each count for 40% of the chapter grade. We cannot answer questions on these. If you have questions about the material, ask us about this or this. These you only get 2 tries, so plan accordingly. I want to show you a simulation training example here in this video. Again, I'm in course materials. So if I was at the main menu, I would select course materials. Say again, hypothetically, we're doing Excel chapter 2. So I find my subject, click Be Patient, find my chapter, then go to Activities. I'm looking first for simulation activities. I click once on that. There's the ST, there's the SE. This is the one with unlimited attempts you want to do first. If you click on this and nothing happens, that means your browser is blocking pop-ups. If you click, and it just nothing happens, look up here. You can click up here and say allow pop-ups from this site. When I click, it works because I have my browser ready. Let me fit this better so you can see what's happening. The simulations are absolutely fantastic way to learn. You are in a real spreadsheet here. You do not even have to have Excel on your machine to do the simulation. It's kind of put you into a simulated environment. You can see you get an instruction down here. Enter a formula in cell D8. Here's where the learning comes in. If you don't know how to do what it's asking you to do here, go to Learning Aids and pick Practice. A voice will tell you exactly what to do, will point you where to do it, and then will ask you to do it yourself. Fantastic way to learn the material. So I click on Practice.
Click cell D8 and type $B8 minus sign C8.
So I really have to do it here. So I type equals B8 minus C8. Do you see it said incorrect action? Computers are very literal. If it says type it exactly this way, if you did this in real Excel with the small b and the small c, it would actually work. So that's a nuisance with MyITLab. It's just how it's programmed. Because it said capital here, we have to do it exactly as it says. B8 capital minus C8.
Click the Enter button to the left of the formula bar. Double-click the fill handle in cell D8.
So I'm actually doing this when the voice tells me to do it. And now it says, you got to do it yourself. It says, we just told you how to do it. So I've got to remember that. If I don't remember that, I can go down to Learning Aids, click Practice, and watch it again. I do remember. Equals B8 minus C8. And then double click in the lower right. So I've completed that question. It takes me to the next one. I see that I'm on 2 of 10. These assignments are not bad. They're a great way to learn. Remember, this is a business case. This is a mortgage company. Calculating people's payments and mortgage. This is stuff that will be very important in your business career and in your life. So you really want to pay close attention and think about what's happening. Think about the context of the business case. When you're done, you click Submit. This is giving me a warning that says you're not really done. I don't care here because I have unlimited attempts. Right away, you'll see your grade. But if you want to see specifics of your grade, you go to, in the main menu, the Grades link, and then again navigate to your subject and chapter and you will see specific details of what grade you received. So this is very powerful, very great way to learn. I'm going back to my PowerPoint slides here. So that's what we did. Learning aids, practice. If you had Excel in high school, you don't even have to do the ST. You can go right to the SE. Not recommended, but you can do it if you want to save time. If you do that, the 10% gets moved to the SE, which becomes 50% of the chapter. Here's the simulation exam. It works just like the simulation training, except there is no practice button. We give you 2 tries in case something weird happens. Don't plan on having a bad first try and getting a second attempt, because sometimes your computer crashes, the power goes out, whatever. That's why you have 2. Please don't ask us for extra attempts. If you waste 2 tries, you'll get a 0 on the SE for that chapter. You do get to drop your lowest MyITLab chapter. So if everything goes wrong for you, you can drop a chapter. So we have plenty of good policies that you can read about in the syllabus that help you succeed in the class. GPHW, again, unlimited attempts. This is a business case that you download, and then you work on it, and then you upload. So you have to have Excel or Access on your computer to do the greater projects. In the Get Stuff link on our webpage, you can get Excel and Access for free on a PC as an NIU student. Every GPHW has a video tutorial linked from our online schedule. It shows you exactly how to do it. And similarly, you can skip right to the GPA if you want to have this be 50% of your chapter grade. Otherwise, it's 40. There are other resources in the student resources folder that we looked at. There's audio PowerPoints. You do not have to do that. It's optional. You can, within MyITLab, for the money you pay, you could learn about Microsoft Word. There's simulation training for Word, for PowerPoint, for other packages. These are not graded. OMIS 259 focuses only on Excel and PowerPoint. But again, with the money you pay, you have a lot of learning opportunities in this very powerful software. And of course, outside resources are also extremely helpful. You should ask classmates. You can do YouTube. I mean, you can succeed in all of these assignments. So if I go back to the web page, that's how to do MyITLab. Make sure you get it going and get it going fast, because we're using it the whole semester. You're going to do well.